Hey YouTube, sorry for the late start. This is me, William Law, right here, and right now I'm on this CI-Stillwell Avenue bound Kawasaki R160B train. Car number featured is 992. And right now we're on the Sea Beach Express line, and I can tell this is Sea Beach Express and 4th Avenue local by waiting and checking to see which end train comes first. If it's the local tracks, then this train is express. If it's express on the 4th Avenue line, then it's local. However, sometimes it is like a little rare to see a 4th Avenue express entry via the Sea Beach Express line, which is pretty interesting though. And yes, we're going a little slow through the train workers, even though I don't give a shit about it. So, yeah. Next stop is going to be Kings Highway, followed by Street-New Avenue. Thank God. And I'll give you a propulsion for this train. It's Siemens. Really interesting that R160B has different closing sounds, which I really like. And it's pretty fast, you know. And we can beat any R68 or R68A trains that offer this line. I really like that good.
Bay Parkway.
And now we're bypassing at Bay Parkway. Even though the R68 and R68A train lines, or train sets that operate on the engine line, like even though they are slow, I still don't mind their speed. I really like how they perform though. And here's a little story of the train, which is the R160. And by the way, this stop is, yep, so the story is that like this set, I think it used to operate on the A train line as a test train line, but unfortunately the electric supply system, it exploded and failed to work. So the 160, any of them will not work on the A train line. However, now that this set or the train set that operated on the A line is now testing an entry line for revenue service, surprisingly it finished the test and I believe it's complete and it started service. The first time I ever saw an R160B N train was when I was like 7 years old, I think, and the first time I rode it, it was in the year 2009, and sadly, it replaced all of the R40s, which are the slants and the modified versions, and the R60s and R68As. But gradually, the R40s, they were placed in the museum, like at least a two car set, I believe, along with the modified version. And frankly, for those who don't know, the R68s and R68As are now given to the B train line for weekday service, since the B train operates only old-type trains. And I believe like a few sets of the N trains, R68s, are given to the G train, since now the R46s, both the 6000 series, along with the 58 and 5900 series, they go to the A train line. I believe the M train is NTA train company. They had something to do with the yard changes for some reason. I don't know why. but I'll find out later. Currently, as of today, the R160Bs and R160As, which are the 5-car sets, they operate on the, I believe they operated on the E, F, N, Q, and R train line, and the 4-car R160A train sets, they operate on the C, J, L, M, and the weekday peak direction rush hour Z train line. However, the R160B, it can't be coupled into 4-car sets, so yeah, that's how they manufactured this train. And yeah, I really like how fast it goes. And another thing I really like, which is cool about it, is that you can change the route line with the computer, which is kind of interesting. And look, there's this R160B train. This came from the entry line, I believe, or a Q-train line, or any Broadway line, I don't know. But yeah, before the R160Bs, the N and Q trains both used to run with R68s and R68As and R40s, which were the slants and modified versions, which gives me a childhood memory. And well, check it out. The American Dad had on this R169 service train. I don't know what the hell line that does that operating, but I believe it's for the N and Q train line. So, and there's the R train. The G train no longer operates with R26s now. It's kind of sad. But at least the train sets that were on the G train were now on the F train line and on the R train line as well. So at least I'll just try catching some of them soon. There's an R44. It came from the Asian line, but hopefully they could use that to operate the Asian line. I don't know when the hell it's gonna happen, but or maybe, you know what's a good idea? They could just send the whole set to New York Transit Museum and have them expand it, which could be a good idea. I'm not sure about it. Anyways, enough said. Now for the general information on the R160s. This one is an R160B humans, and it's shared by the N and Q train line. However, it is rare for this set to operate on the F train line. I don't know when I might be able to catch it, but I'll let you know if I find one. And most of the R160s, the R160Bs that operate on the N and Q train line, and some of the R160Bs on the F train line, they are stored in the Coney Island yard, but most of the R160Bs that operate on the E and F train line, they are stored in the Jamaica yard, along with most of the R160As. But some of the R160As, they are stored in the Coney Island yard too, and they are in regular service of the F and Q line. And, oh yes, there's an R46F train. I'm gonna catch it after I get it.
This is Coney Island, Street-New Avenue. Transfers available to the D, F, and Q train.
And there's an R160B train. to my next feature